right, so we studied about the digestive system. Now, for those people who have just joined our class, for example, Zainab, uh, we have already studied up till now about, we are actually studying the unit food and digestion. Okay, and we have already studied about food and different types of nutrients. All right, I have already posted my live lectures and my slides and all of the work on Google Classroom, so you can go to Google Classroom. I'll tell you where to fetch it. You will just go to Classroom. Okay, go to this classwork option and then go under this option, Science, under this topic, Science. All right. So here we have almost around six works, in which two are materials, two to three are materials, and two to three other works which we have done till yet. All right, and small intestine, and then it goes to the large intestine, and then rectum, anus. This is the entire alimentary canal. All right, and then we studied about the definitions of esophagus, stomach, intestines, and what are the functions. And then this was a collaborative, some fill in the blanks um, regarding the previous topic. All right, then we studied that why digestive system is important for all of us. Then yes, this slide was very important. It tells us about the phases of digestion. There are 5 phases of digestion: ingestion, movement, mechanical, and chemical digestion. Now, as it's seen from the diagram, mechanical digestion is the digestion which happens physically, by your teeth, by chewing, grinding, tearing the food apart, mixing, and matching it. And chemical digestion is the digestion which takes place by the chemical breakdown of carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. Lipids are second name for fats, or you can say the scientific name for fats. Then once the this all the food it is digested, then it is absorbed into your bloodstream and it is assimilated. Assimilated means that it is used, it goes to its specific organ where it is needed, specific nutrient, and that organ uses that. All right, and then elimination or egestion is the process of excreting out the waste products from your body. Right? Yes, anyone wants to ask any question?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
All right, so then we studied about structure of teeth and types of teeth. This is the structure of teeth as it's shown in this diagram. This upper part, it's the crown, and then we have the pulp, and then we have the root. All right, and in the crown, the white portion is called the enamel. This yellow portion is called the dentine, and this inner portion where the nerves are present, this portion is known as pulp cavity, and there are nerves and blood vessels present over here. All right, then there are 4 types of teeth. We studied about incisors, canines, premolars, and molars. All right, and each type has different function. So we have studied up till here, and then we had a discussion board on which we discussed that what are types of teeth, and this is the entire which we discussed yesterday about the structure and function of teeth, function of different teeth, and we had a very good discussion yesterday about the structure of teeth. All right, so now Today we are going to move forward from teeth. All right. So, yes, now they're saying that get your headphones and be ready to watch this video. Okay. And in this video, in the next slide, there is a video. And in that video, they are going to explain to you that how the digestive system it actually works. Yes, let's discuss what was in this video. Can anyone tell me?
Ma'am, it was about the food and how our digestive system deserves the no, how our
Dissolves.
dissolves the nutrients
Yeah.
and the waste material goes down our body.
Okay. Anyone else?
And ma'am, protein is converted into amino
And
acids and carbohydrates. No, protein uh, is converted into amino acids, and ma'am, the
Hmm.
other the fat is converted into fatty acids and something like that. I don't remember the name. And
Okay.
ma'am, I don't know about the third one. I forgot.
It's okay. Okay. And what about others?
ma'am, can you repeat your
I've asked that
question?
what have you watched in this video?
Ma'am,
Yes. Yes,
can I tell?
please.
Ma'am, first it told about the how much amount you eat every day and the protein, nutrients, and the how you digest your food.
Hmm.
And
And
Ma'am, it also
and
ma'am,
told
Ajay.
ma'am, it told us about how the digestive process is. Ma'am, I found that it was very long and it takes about 30 to 40 hours to digest like some food. Ma'am, it has many acids and most it has many acids to dissolve.
To dissolve. Yes. Dissolve what?
Yes, to dissolve the food and separate the nutrients.
Okay. Right. So thank you for that. All right. So this video was actually about how does our food gets digested in our bodies, right?
and what amount we eat in a day or year.
All right.
Food.
So let's move to the next slide now. Uh, I'm there are fill in the blanks right in front of you. I would like everyone to just answer these fill in the blanks. How many fill in the blanks are there? Okay, there are three. Ouch. These are the answers. Okay, girls. All right. In chemical digestion, the liquid which is present already in your mouth, जिसको हम spit कहते हैं usual language में, ठीक है? This is actually the liquid which keep your mouth moist and it helps in digestion. This liquid has a specific enzyme. Enzyme is a chemical that helps in carrying out a chemical reaction. All right. So this liquid saliva It contains an enzyme which is known as salivary amylase. Okay, I am writing down the term over here. Salivary, salivary, as in from saliva, amylase, amylase. All right, and the function of amylase is that it breaks down starch, which is a complex carbohydrate, and it's present in most of our foods. All right, so in the mouth, starch starts to break down, carbohydrate starts to break down. Then when the food it is mixed with saliva, it becomes a semi solid type of thing, and that semi solid thing, it you engulf it. All right, this semi solid thing is known as bolus, bolus, bolus. All right, bolus is ingested and it goes down your esophagus. Now, what is the esophagus? Esophagus is a muscular tube, all right, and it pushes the food down your throat to your stomach, and that is the only function of esophagus. Esophagus does not do anything else. It is not helpful in digestion. It doesn't uh, perform any other function except for this, that it connects your throat, your mouth with your stomach. All right, and it helps the food to push. It pushes it down to the stomach so that it reaches the stomach, because the basic digestion is going to start from the stomach. वैसे तो डाइजेशन स्टार्ट्स इन द माउथ. जब ये अब इस ये क्वेश्चन बहुत कॉमन आता है कि वेयर डज डाइजेशन स्टार्ट, पहला क्वेश्चन ही होता है लोगों का, आपके पेपर्स में भी आता है. तो डाइजेशन स्टार्ट्स इन माउथ, it doesn't takes place in esophagus, then it takes place in stomach and then intestines. All right, so okay, so one term that another thing which is important over here is this, that esophagus, when it is pushing the food down, it is pushing it by some rhythmic movements. All right, and that movement is known as peristalsis. I'll show you what happens. Peristalsis. The term is Peristalsis. Peristalsis. All right, and this is the movement which happens in the esophagus. Peristalsis doesn't only happen in the esophagus, it also happens in intestines to push the food forward. All right, it's like pulping movement of your of the muscles. They squeeze and then the food moves forward, and then it squeeze again and the food moves forward. All right, so this is the rhythmic movement of your muscles. Your muscles move, they squeeze, they relax, they contract, and as a result the food is pushed downwards towards your stomach. All right, so this is something which is important. So again, I have a video for you in which you are going to describe that how, what is the role of esophagus and then what is the role of stomach. And it also, this video also tells you that how peristalsis happen. All right, so again, I'm requesting everyone to Acha, you are supposed to watch this video on your own. Okay, play it on your devices. Okay, so do remember these terms such as masticated. Masticated is a term, scientific term for chewing. All right, you should know this term. So you should memorize these important terms as well. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so esophagus is the food pipe. You should know this fact as well. That in general, we call esophagus the food pipe. And I told you previously that there is windpipe, which is right next to food pipe. All right, and when you eat something, the epiglottis that is in your throat, the bell ringing in your throat, it covers the windpipe so that your food it goes to the food pipe only and it doesn't go to the windpipe. You should, girls. I hope that everyone is able to see my screen. This is the definition of peristalsis, that they are alternate and rhythmic contraction and relaxation of muscles in the walls of esophagus. All right, so you can note this thing down anywhere, uh, or on your book. All right, वैसे तो I think that it will be in your book, but अगर नहीं है तो आपको ये लिख लेना चाहिए. All right, peristalsis. Again, this is important that stomach also helps in. There are two ways your stomach is digesting food, mechanically and chemically. How mechanically? Because the stomach it's a bag of muscles, so it's having some rhythmic movements again. Okay, it is contracting, relaxing, and it's grinding all the food together, mixing it together. All right, so that's why stomach में भी मैकेनिकल डाइजेशन होती है. ठीक है, केमिकल डाइजेशन भी होती है, केमिकल ज़्यादा होती है, मैकेनिकल कम होती है, बट होती दोनों ही टाइप की डाइजेशन है स्टोमक में. You need to memorize the names of these enzymes. I will also share the table of these names with you, but you have to memorize the names. In mouth, the enzyme which was being secreted was amylase, and in stomach, the enzyme which is present in the gastric juice, it is pepsin. All right. Okay. So the gastric juice, it contains of three basic things: mucus, hydrochloric acid, and enzymes. So hydrochloric acid kills the germs in your food, and it helps pepsin to work properly. Mucus keeps the walls of the stomach moist, and this hydrochloric acid, it's an acid which is very strong, so it protects actually the mucus. It creates a lining in the internal walls of the stomach, and it helps your stomach in protection, in protecting it from hydrochloric acid and the harmful effects of hydrochloric acid. All right. And then we have an enzyme present in the stomach which is known as pepsin, and the basic role of pepsin is breaking down of proteins. And what does protein break down into? Amino acids. All right, the proteins break down by the action of pepsin. Girls, you should know this fact that every enzyme has its specific function. Okay, for example, and every enzyme is designated to perform that function only. Amylase cannot function to digest proteins, it is only for starch. Similarly, pepsin is for proteins. It does not help. It does not help in, you can say, in the breakdown of carbohydrates. All right. So uh, I know it's a bit complicated, but you have to study just like that. अगर आप अभी आपको इस टेन्योर में समझ नहीं आ रही है during the class, you can always watch this lecture video later on in the evening, and then I think that most of you will get it. And you should note these small points down in the form of notes or in your book, or maybe a notepad or a register or something. All right. Okay, one more thing, that they usually ask this question, that why is hydrochloric acid present in the stomach? And when it is such a strong acid that it can burn anything, then why doesn't it burns, or it irritates, or it decomposes your stomach? All right, so these are two questions. So the answer to this, that why hydrochloric acid is present in your stomach, is this, that it helps in killing the microbes, microorganisms, the germs, bacteria, viruses in your food, and it gives favorable conditions for pepsin to work properly. Then second question is this, that why doesn't hydrochloric acid affect the stomach? Because the inner side of the stomach, it is lined with mucus. म्यूकस एक जेली लाइक मटेरियल होता है, ठीक है, और ये जेली लाइक मटेरियल स्टोमिक की अंदर वाली वॉल को कवर कर लेता है. ठीक है, तो जब वो एक जेली लाइक मटेरियल अंदर वाली वॉल को कवर कर लेता है, तो हाइड्रोक्लोरिक एसिड बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग एसिड है, इतना स्ट्रॉन्ग है कि अगर आपकी स्किन के ऊपर गिरेगा तो आपकी स्किन बिल्कुल जल जाएगी। लोगों का आपने देखे ना, बर्न्स हुए हुए होते हैं, ये सिवियर, मतलब इट इज द स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट एसिड दैट एग्जिस्ट्स इन नेचर, और स्टोमक में ये बहुत ज्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग फॉर्म में प्रेजेंट होता है। तो बेसिक sole purpose of this is to kill all the bacteria and germs in your food. All right. But the reason why this hydrochloric acid doesn't affect your stomach is this, that the stomach has a lining of mucus which protects the structure of stomach from decomposing or being damaged from this hydrochloric acid. गर्ल्स, आपको समझ आ रही है ना मैं क्या बताने की कोशिश कर रही हूँ?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
सो
Yes.
अभी तक वी
Okay.
आर टिल स्टोमक, ठीक है?
Yes.
स्टोमक तक हमने डाइजेशन का प्रोसेस पढ़ लिया है, आज पढ़ लेंगे। कल हम नेक्स्ट वीक हम इंटेस्टाइन्स के बारे में पढ़ेंगे। बिट एक्सटेंसिव, आई नो। All right, so is it clear that the process up till now?
Ma'am, I
Yes,
have
ma'am.
not completed the video yet.
You have not completed the video yet. Then complete this video and then just please answer this question. These we'll answer these two questions and then we'll wrap up today's session. All right. How peristalsis help the food to travel down to the stomach? Please answer this question. How peristalsis help the food to travel down to the stomach?
Okay.
Basically, you are supposed to answer this question uh, by defining this movement, peristalsis. When you will define it, it will definitely tell that how it travels down to the stomach. So, what was peristalsis? It was the rhythmic contraction and relaxation of the walls of the esophagus, and this rhythmic movement pushes the food down to the stomach. This was the this is supposed to be the answer of this question. Okay, so Zainab is saying that it moves our food forward. Yes, it moves our food forward. It helps uh, to move the food forward. Girls, be quick. Our lesson is almost over. So we are on slide number 21. Okay, Zumla is saying peristaltic waves push the swallowed bolus down the esophagus, and in the stomach, peristalsis mixing it with gastric juices, and these mechanical and chemical actions further break down food into stomach substance called chyme. Yes, very good, Zumla. आपने copy paste किया, but it is correct. Isha is saying,
Ma'am, yes, I felt that too.
okay, Isha is saying it pushes the food through the esophagus, right? Pushes the food through the esophagus. Rab, Rab, Rabia is saying peristaltic waves push the solid bolus down the esophagus. In the stomach, peristalsis churns swallowed food and mixing it with the gastric juices. अच्छा, ये जो आपने second sentence लिखा है ना, this is not the peristalsis which is happening in esophagus. Okay, so इसकी सिर्फ first line is enough. The second line that's irrelevant. Arlene is saying when the food enters the esophagus, there are some muscle nerve contractions. Cardiac sphincter.
Yes, ma'am, वो क्या है? आपने पढ़ाया है वो या
No,
कॉपी पेस्टेड है?
नहीं, ये कॉपी पेस्टेड है. वो जो उन्होंने अभी आपको वीडियो में बताया है ना कि देयर आर गेट्स टू एंटर द स्टमक एंड टू एग्जिट द स्टमक, तो ये स्फिंक्टर मसल्स होते हैं एक्चुअली. These are actually those gates. So this is the name of one of the gates. Okay, Noor is saying it moves the food forward and it is a relaxation of esophagus. It is contraction and relaxation both.
Ma'am, I've also
saying
done.
it moves the food down the esophagus.
Ma'am, I've also submitted my answer.
Who has submitted the answer?
Ma'am, me, Shazama.
Shazama, okay. The alternate and rhythmic contraction and relaxation of muscles allows to transport food from the mouth to stomach through esophagus, right? Yes, exactly. This is correct. Well, still I have only 44% people who have answered the question. Please write it quickly. Afroza, Zainab Faisal, Maida, Aline, Zainab, I think Zainab Fatma,
Yes, ma'am.
and Manal, Rabia, Ariba, Bashir. Girls, do this question on your notebooks as well. All right, how peristalsis help the food to travel down to the stomach? This is an important question.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes. Who is
Ma'am, all the questions or work that you assign us, like where should we do it on the notebooks or like in a PDF file?
okay? So
Ma'am, I have
the work which okay, the work which I will ask you
Ma'am?
to do on notebooks, that you are going to do on the notebooks. Otherwise, you will do in a PDF file.